Now, I know you wrote an article, five players to watch in training camp, number of training camp previews. Take us through the guys that are intriguing for that.
Yeah, DeJuan Jones is at Quinshon Judkins, right? Because we don't know how that's going to affect the team. We don't know how long he's going to be out, if he's going to be out with the suspension. Isn't in camp yet because he's not signed, working through all the legal troubles. So that's the biggest one. And he was going to be on the list regardless because if he's not hadn't been arrested and wasn't going through this, it was okay. Can he be the week one starter on in an offense that wants to recommit to the run game? So he's an important piece. If he was here, if he's not here, then it's how do you replace that important piece? And then it's more Jerome Ford, more Dylan Sampson, I would assume. So you got Junkins, you got DeJuan Jones. I fully expect him to be the left tackle. That's how it's been shaping up. I don't think the Browns there's any kind of competition there. It's just a matter of number one, does he stay healthy? Is he still in as good a shape as he was in the offseason? Can he continue on that trend, which is a good trend for him? And then how does he handle the switch to left tackle? Because I know he did it for a little bit last year, but that was a big transition for him. And when we talked to him in the spring, he's still making that transition. And it's easier for some guys, it's harder for some guys. He's still working through that process. So he's got to get up to speed, got to get comfortable on that left side. And you have the four other pieces on that line are set, and he's the other guy, and he's the young one. And the Browns need to figure out who their future left tackle is. And it would be so much easier for them organizationally if he's the guy. Ronnie Hickman is another one I think bears watching. Similar to Jones in that the guy who's in front of him is gone. And for Jones, it was Jedrick Wills Jr., and for Hickman, it was Juan Thornhill. Browns signed him a couple years ago. Disappointing 2 years to the Browns. A lot of injuries affected that, but also didn't have the splash plays that you expected from Juan Thornhill. So now it's Ronnie Hickman's job. Now they have some competition at safety. They brought in a couple of veterans, Rayshon Jenkins and DeMonte Casey. But I think they expect Hickman to win the job. And, if you're trying to compete and going through a roster transition where you're trying to get younger and cheaper, you need those young guys on your roster to take that big step. That counts for Jones, it counts for Hickman, and I think there's other guys on the roster that that applies to.
Yeah, without question. And yeah, Dustin Hopkins, and don't need to explain that one. You got to
better make some kicks this year.
Got to make some kicks.